In this video, we're going to take a look at Oregon and the way that they move the pocket in their passing game, delayed sprint outs, play actions, and just different ways to move the launch point, get the quarterback on the move a little bit, and we'll dive right in. This is the very first look, just looking at a delayed sprint out. On this one, they're motioning across. They're in 2x2, so they were tight end here. He ends up pinning. Everybody's basically sliding to the left, getting like an out, up, and if they stay over the top, he just works back downhill. Running back's on the opposite side, and he comes to the flats over here on this side. So quarterback's eyes start here, and then he'll sprint to the right. So right there is the motion. Here's the tight end that's working in to try to pin that defensive end. Again, you can see the quarterback's eyes, they start here. They had that motion. Again, these guys rotate to the boundary. There's the back going to the flats, getting that pin. Now we're going to start working this way. Here's the receiver that's going to go vertical. He's going to go out and up. Even got a guy crossing here just like you would on a typical boot. Quarterback's just looking one to the flats. You got that out, up that ends up being a comeback because they're over the top. You got that drag would be your third option. Obviously, fourth option, chance to run. On this one, great job by Bo Nix letting this thing work all the way to the sideline and throws this thing on a comeback about 15 yards. Easy throwing catch right there, making a corner miss, making a big play. Here's another look, and you can see a little bit more as far as the route, especially to the single receiver that runs like an out, up, and ends up working back. And again, really the same thing. So we're motioning across right there. Again, eyes going to start here. Back's going that way. They're going to pin. Defensive end just, again, changing the launch point, getting a little bit of misdirection. Now we're rolling here, and you can see this single receiver basically now that's running the out. He's starting to work there. He goes back vertical. Here's your flat route. You got a guy working across here as well. Again, good patience. Throwing that comeback after you try to get vertical over the top. Easy throwing catch, moving the pocket right there for Oregon. Another look here of delayed sprint out, and of course, quarterback's going to look to the single, and he's going to work back this way. Here's your tight end. He's going to pin. Running back's crossing to the flats. On this one, it looks like they're running a post, either a vertical or a post there as well. And this receiver's working across. Very similar to shallow sting on this one. So again, looking at it, here's running back going to the flats. There's the guy pinning. Eyes start here, trying to get a little bit of misdirection. Now he's rolling. They've already got this end pinned. He's got to work down, or he's got to play that flat route. Here's your guy working across for that climb from that single receiver. Quarterback starts his eyes there, but he sees that safety's probably a little bit tight. And he flips his hips all the way around, so this is a really good job being able to get as much on it as he does. Flips his hips around. He has to put a lot of air on this thing. Try to let his guy run it down. All these backers that were staying a little bit low, but they let this thing ride. And you see how deep everybody's gotten. This is way down the field, so they're able to push the football down the field with this delayed sprint, and they miss right here just a little bit long. Here's a look right here. Again, it's a one high look. This safety's getting flat-footed. Bo Nix feels good about that speed going over the top, so he takes a shot. Probably would talk with the quarterback. This safety is trying to make that a little bit difficult. Probably going to reset my feet. I'm going to work that climb. You got a high-low on this backer with tons of space here. Lead him into that open area. Get a completion right here. This might be a little bit of a force. Just missed by a yard or two. Being aggressive there by Bo Nix. It's really the same concept. Working it from a different position. Now you got your tight end in line here, and you're in an unbalanced set because you got three receivers over here, two guys on the ball. Looks like these guys are running post, pretty tight vertical, maybe a skinny post, and you got him working, again, that area, that secondary level right there into the whole shot, and then you got a flat route there by the back to high-low that outside linebacker. So, again, eyes kind of start in this direction, even though there's no receiver, then rolling to the right. You get those double posts. Here's your flat route. These guys have eyes into the backfield, so they settle there a little bit. Bo Nix pushes this to that secondary out from number 3. Easy throwing catch right there. You can see everybody's ran off by those posts. Big area right there to work by that number 3 receiver. Pretty good adjustment for having to flip his hips. Explosive play right there in delayed sprint out. The exact same play here again. You got unbalanced to the right. You got your tight end over here. This time the back's to the front side. He's going to the flats there instead of crossing. Again, eyes there even though there's no receiver. Now let's delay sprint this direction. You got double post to the outside. You got an out route there by number 3. Working that space probably about 12 to 15 yards. Outside backer's low. So even on the move right here, he pushes it downfield into that second window. And right here, wide receiver, the moment's too big for him. He bobbles this thing up. Linebacker makes a pretty good play on it. Gets an interception on this, but you can see again, that window they're working, he had 3-by-1. Unbalanced, delayed sprint, let that tight end and the offensive line really create this misdirection with the way that they're working. Double post, taking the safety and corner over the top. Now you got a high-low on that backer. Pushes it to the intermediate window. Tips it up. Big play there by Cal. Real quick, just want to let you guys know, if you put in Oregon Ducks at checkout for the Coach's Caviar Collection in our store, you get 10% off at checkout. So If you're looking to get some gear, if you're looking to get a hoodie, take a look, help the channel out. I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. But we'll keep going this video, looking at some more ways that Oregon changed the pocket and created big plays this past year. Here's a really good look here against Washington. They motion the tight end in. He's going to pin, eyes start there, back's going there, and they're just creating a flood here to the three receiver side. So delay, he's sprinting right here. And the great thing they see on this video is they roll down with that movement. Anytime that you're running this out route by number 2, 3, whoever it is, running that intermediate out route, if he works there and there's a lot of bodies to the outside, throttle that thing down. And great job here by Bo Nix and the receiver being on the same page. Throw this thing in the window. There ain't no reason to run into coverage here like he had. So right there working over the top with that corner. But he's already in space. Go ahead and throttle it down. Throw that thing into the window. Great adjustment. Huge play right there. That's about a 20-yard completion. Now he's rolling in space. Great read by Bo Nix and the wide receiver on this one. Now we're going to get into some play action and some other ways to move the pocket. Faking the toss here to the bunch. He's working to the flats. They're going to outside release this. He's working an intermediate cross. He's working across, getting a bit of a rub, and he's a secondary crosser right there. So we'll look at it. And again, hard play fake there to the back, trying to get some misdirection. These guys working that way. Don't even worry about blocking that defensive end. Everybody's making like outside zone. And he's going to the flats right there, playing fast. See this release of the bunch. He works inside while he gets over the top a little bit, trying to create a little bit of a rub. So there would be number 1. Obviously, you could probably peek right here at the outside. If he's open, give it to him. But right here, getting to the flat route. If he's open, let's give it to him. If he would have closed that space a little bit more, now you got number 2 working across here. But easy completion. Big body guy, you're tight end. Makes somebody miss. Does a really good job playing fast right here. Trying to get over the top. It's just a race to the pylon. Oregon finds a way to get in. This is put number 73 up on the board against Portland State. Another good look of play action, running some mid zone here. Going to the flats from the fullback that's in the backfield. Running a comeback with the single climb with this tight end. Getting a pin here to the backside with the other tight end. So again, pinning, vertical comeback. He's working across. And right here, just how quickly this fullback gets to the flats. If this guy gets into the quarterback's face, he knows he's got an outlet. So there's play fake. Shows the defense the football right there, then pulls it, whips his eyes around so he can see if this DN's getting into his face. This outside linebacker decides that he's going to drop to it. So there's your first option. Now you know you got time because that end's dropping to it. Everybody else is pinned. This thing work that comeback back to the sideline. Great job winning your one-on-one by the receiver. Catches the ball about 12 yards. Easy throwing catch there on a comeback on that play action. Similar concept right here on this one. This time they motion in. He's going to the flats. He's running an out route, outside release. Tight end's climbing across, faking outside zone with the back here. There's the motion. Looks like man-to-man right there, the way they're working across. Flat-footed here by the defensive end, so we feel good about getting on the edge. He pulls it, flips to the flats. Now it's just a race, circling the defense right here. Here's your out route. Your one-on-one, again, playing man-to-man. Running those fade-outs are good plays against man-to-man, especially one high. If you wouldn't have liked that flat, maybe that guy's running with him or they play a little bit tighter coverage, you get that out. Or if they're rolling to cover 3, the outside backer's playing low, but right there, it's your receiver working across. It's not your tight end, so a little bit more speed. It's on a 2nd and 10, just get an easy completion, making those guys tackle in space, which they do right here. Get them on the ground after about a 6-yard gain. I thought this was a really good look on a play action against Hawaii early in the year. Motion in, they've been running a lot of duo out of this set. Motion that receiver in, everybody's just down blocking. He goes up to the safety. And on this one, instead of blocking and running duo, he just slips that guy, goes to the corner. In this back, instead of really faking, he's going to the flats. Everybody else is just pinning downhill. On this one, you can see Bo Nix shows the football, but the running back's really just going to the flats to the route. He's showing like he's blocking, then he goes to the flats. Everybody's jumping the first option, which is the back. Secondary option there, the back of the end zone. Easy throwing catch for a touchdown against Hawaii. Another similar concept right here. And again, this is a formation where they love to run duo, especially short yardage, where he's going to block down. He's going to base there. He's going up to the safety with the inside release. On this one, he's inside release. He goes to the corner. He acts like he's blocking a little bit and goes to the flats. Hard play action. Quarterback's getting out right here. Everybody else is selling a run without getting upfield there. But again, he's going like he would typically on that duo to the safety. Now he just slips. They end up getting it up to the safety. Everybody's leaving the back of the end zone just like they typically do. They're not worried about the back of the end zone. Once he goes to the flats, everybody's seeing that. And this is a really good job by Bo Nix and the receiver. Again, if he would have kept running, he'd be covered up. So once he sees all that space, he just settles in that window with nobody left. Easy throwing catch to the back of the end zone right here. This is a really good view of it and see what the wide receiver is looking at. And once you get to this point right here, there's no reason to continue to run into that coverage, settle it up. He just works that backside window. Bo Nix knew what was going on as soon as He saw everybody working over the top. If he settles it all, throw things to the back shoulder, easy throwing catch. Just some easy ways to move the pocket there for Oregon. Creating some smashes, creating some floods, different ways to just overload sides. Get a little misdirection, make those defensive linemen change their rush angles. I appreciate you guys watching. And if you guys are trying to get anything from the store, you can use promo code OregonDucks at checkout for 10% off. So check out the Coach's Caviar collection underneath the video. We appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys again in the next video.